Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening. Minor realization of leasing. What I mean by that? A lot of stuff I'm gonna say is gonna be like, well, no shit, you know. But listen, those are my paper towels that I use to wipe up the Skeeter. Nah, just playing. I said Skeeter on the last one and they demonetized it, so it is what it is. My nephew name is Skeeter, and that's what he used to blow his nose with. What did it put? Did it spell it wrong? I used voice. I didn't even check it. I just used voice. So I'm in Cali, baby. Southern Cali, off the 395, down the street from the Pilot in Hesperia. All right. So the minor things that I'm realizing is, of course, things that, like I said, everything that I'm going to say is going to be like, well, no shit. One, the money's not in the long run. What I mean by that, short haul is the way to go. Get those loads that are 150 miles or less that pay $3 to $4 a pop, or more or less, or whatever. Because you can squeeze more in them, because I don't get paid by the week. I get paid by the day. So if I turn my stuff in today, I have my money today or tomorrow. Well, they have up to 48 hours to pay me. Long haul is cool. Like, you know, the long hauls I did were cool. They pay pretty well. The only time I would do a long haul is if it pays, you know, well over $295 or something like that, because you're gonna get a lot of money all at once. But you got to remember, when you're doing the long haul, the amount of time it takes you to get from point A to point B, you're gonna have to find your way from point B back to point A. And that's the part that I was trying to learn how to put together when I was doing some of these long hauls that I've done. But if I do short haul, especially in the area that I live in, and that's something that you need to pay attention to, is anytime you're working for a company, mega carrier, whatever, look at the stuff that they pick up in your area. The sun's coming up, so we can go ahead and turn it off. Hey, y'all like that, right? Y'all like that effect right there. Wait, let me turn it back on. Let me turn it back on. It's TRB, baby. Yeah. Anyway, it's the short hauls. So if I can run a load that goes from San Diego to LA, you know, or anything that's 100 miles or less, I can do at least 2 or 3 of those a day. You know, and if they're paying $300, $400 a pop, then that means if I run, let's say, I ran 3 of those, that'll be 600 miles. Well, I'll take that back. It'll be 100 up, 100 back down, 100 up. You get what I'm saying? It'll pay both ways, and I could do all that off of 1 tank of fuel. You know, instead of running these long hauls, going cross country, like, oh, I got a load going from California to Florida. But you gotta understand, as a solo driver, the time it takes for you to get from California to Florida, that's all you're gonna make in a week, in a week's time. And then all the fees and everything is due every week. It ain't, you know, you can say, oh, well, my truck no due once a month. That's okay. But what about your insurance? Or what about the company that you leased onto fees? You know, if you're an owner op, that's a little bit different, but I'm talking about people that are leasing and whatnot. So if they paying you $7,000 to go from point A to point B from California to Florida, that's all you're gonna make, and that $7,000 is gonna get chopped. It's gonna be $200 and something worth of fuel today. You're gonna run 600 something miles, 700 something miles. Tomorrow, before you shut down for your 10, you're fueling again. So now that 7,000 done went from 7,000 to 600 and not 600, 6,000 and something. You know, and then it's gonna get chopped down, and then, you know, depending on your company fees and everything, all that stuff is gonna come out all at once. But let's say if my fees, right, my quality truck, which everybody knows is high, and everything, say my fees is $1,000 a week. If I run a load from Phoenix to Washington, that takes me 2.5 to 3 days. You know, then I got to find a load coming back. You know, it'll cover my $1,000, but it's the amount of time. That's what I'm trying to stress. It's the amount of time it takes to deliver that load. Don't run. If you ain't got to, you ain't got to do all this cross-country BS. Now, if your team, that's different. If your team, it'll take you 2.5 days to get to Florida or something like that, you know. And then you can get that $7,000 right off. But you got to understand that truck is always running. That truck is always moving. So the risk of something going wrong, the risk of blowing a tire, oil, death, something going wrong is higher because that truck is running non-stop. It doesn't have time to sit and cool or whatever. You're putting a lot of wear and tear on the truck. So the risk of things happening goes up if you're running team. You know. But if you got you know, if you're doing like a full maintenance lease or something like that, that'll be different because you can run that truck ragged. It doesn't matter because the note that you're paying every month is going to cover anything that goes wrong with that truck. But if you're just coming out of pocket, then, you know, everything that happens to that truck, you're responsible for. You know, but the money's in the short haul. Look at the commodity that's in your area. I'm in San Diego, so I got the commodity coming from Mexico. So anytime I see anything in the news like they trying to ban Mexico drivers from entering the U.S., then, you know, for me, as bad as it sounds, it's like, well, all they do is they take it down to the 905, and anybody that's from San Diego or been in the terminal down in Otay Mesa, California, where you see the border fence, they come drop it right there at the 905, and they turn around and go back to Mexico, go pick up their next load. That's freight for me because I need to figure out who's the brokers for those particular types of freight. And those freight usually either run from San Diego to a port, probably up in LA, San Diego to Phoenix. Most likely it's going to be San Diego to Phoenix or San Diego to LA. Either or, because it depends on the route that it needs to take. Phoenix is a mega hub of freight. Ontario, mega hub. Fontana, mega hub. Moreno Valley is coming up because of all the Amazon and stuff that's going out there. A lot of land is being turned into warehouses. So you got to learn the commodity that's in your area. That's very important. And a lot of us never really paid attention because we never had to pay attention to what kind of commodity is coming out of our area. So if I'm in San Diego, not only that, now once I go pick up this military load, that's going to be my way of gauging the type of freight that's coming out of there. Because I don't know a truck that's pulling military freight that's not a military truck. A lot of freight is moved by us general contractors or whatever. But I get to see the process, and I get to see where the actual freight is coming out of. And by me seeing where the actual freight is coming out of, I get to gauge how much freight is coming out. Because think about it, the average person don't even know. Like the guy that came to unlock my truck when I locked my keys in my truck, he had no idea. He was like, man, this is a mega building. It was just a little bitty grocery store distribution center. He's like, I've never noticed this was over here. You know, a lot of times you don't drive trucks or have anything to do with the the logistics of commodity, then you won't even know a lot of these places is back there. So now, once I go do what I'm with this military load, I get an idea of what to look for when I do pass by some type of military base. Also, it's and like I said, a lot of stuff I'm saying is like no shit, you know. But if you can learn the commodity in your area, that'll benefit you greatly. That'll benefit you greatly. And you can't go wrong with that. If you're in an area like, I think Jeffrey Lake is up there where a lot of car parts are moved, then you know what? That'll be the commodity for his area. If you're in Phoenix, everything is moved out of Phoenix. All the trucking companies is in Phoenix. You know, I ain't saying all per se, I'm saying like a lot of them. And you'll see the commodity that's moved out of there. So just pay attention to that. My boy does military. All right, I'm gonna get to your comments right now. I'm not gonna scroll back up. I'm gonna just, if you already comment, you're gonna have to comment again, because I don't wanna have a delay like the last one. My boy does military loads, but he has to be hush-hush about it. Well, yeah, I mean, y'all don't know where I work at. So it ain't no big deal. I'm not telling what I'm hauling, I know that much. I'm not telling where I'm going. What post you going to? Well, like I said, I'm not telling where I'm going. Military has been moving guns behind a wall of government cheese for years. Hey, conspiracy. You know what I'm saying? So what's going on, people? Do you get what I'm saying? Short haul, learn your commodity. Short haul, learn the commodity in your area. If you can learn the commodity in your area, you'll be good to go. Ben, what's going on, man? Oh, hey, cast and call for Transportation Nation Network. If you haven't been to Transportation Nation Network, it's TV for truckers, by truckers, about trucking. All right. They're doing a cast and call right now, and if you want to get on the Driver Lounge or some of the other shows, this will be your chance to do it. I probably already know, and he's not moving weapons because his truck is stopped. Well, I'm not at a base right now. Hey, what's going on? Let's see. Thanks for the knowledge, TRB. Wayne, what's going on? No problem. It's just I just want some people to understand when they do go out here and you try to lease and pick your own loads and stuff like that, you definitely need to understand the commodity that's in your area. Some days apples might be moving. If you're in Washington, that's a heavy haul state. They got 2, 3, 4 axles on the trailer. You know? But what are they moving and where are they moving it to? You need to understand that. And that's something a lot of people don't pay attention to. You're 1,000% right about the short hauls. Yeah, I work logistics in the military and know how it moves. Well, there you go, TRB. What's up, guy? Hey, nothing, man. Just chilling. Just wanted to come out here and holler at the folks. It's been a couple of days, and I wanted to go ahead and put a video out. How far back do these companies do hair follicle tests? I've never had a hair follicle test, so I wouldn't know. You can call them and ask them, Easy Rider. Very helpful for me. I have so many questions, but I figured it out as I go, as I am just beginning of my trucking career. That's what's up. Mine would be a car part state. There you go. Apples and paper out of Washington. Yep. Apples and paper. You know, but there's other commodities. But again, you just got to look around in your area. You got to look around your area and see what all is moving. You know, what all is moving. You know, if you're up in Napa Valley, of course, it's going to be wine. But you know what? Wine's heavy as fuck. You know, if you're in certain areas, this area over here might be bundles of whatever, and the area over here might be this. So, have you heard anything about No, I have not heard anything about that company. You can definitely give them a call. Yep, just like beer. Just like beer. Like, and then, with that being said, Red, you got to think when the holidays coming around. They tend to move that freight, what, like 5 months before the holidays? Wish you all the best and hope all goes well, not only with trucking, but with life. Best of luck to you. El Falco, thank you, man. Conspiracy, I'm in Korea right now and don't believe the propaganda. Same with FedEx, can't mention stuff. Well, yeah, you don't really want to mention if you're hauling something that's very important. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm hauling tissue or tampons or condoms, which all are very, very important, you know, it ain't no big deal. But if you hauling something where you got to put like placards on your shit, you won't catch me on YouTube during that time. There might have been a reason why I ain't been on YouTube in 3, 4, 5 days. You know, I heard a lot of ATS, heavy haul. ATS, I know that name from somewhere. Heavy haul and specialized. Do you need to be an American citizen to drive long-haul trucks? I would assume so, but I don't know. Air follicle test go back 3 years, some not at all. What up, brother? Soul brother, what's going on? So to get a good load, you work smart, not hard. Take all loads at the beginning, then yogurt good loads. No, I mean, when you company, you take all loads, but when you're paying for the truck and you have the ability to pick your own loads, then nah. You be mindful about the what you're taking. Melvin, what's going on? TRB shoe shining. They still closing the door on me. I ain't got nothing to do with that, dog. You got to figure it out. Is it really worth going leased than company? Yes. Well, let me take that back. For me, it was. It is, and I'm you know I'm learning. Always hard to dream of drive. Always had to dream of driving a truck in the U.S., but I'm stuck in Sweden. Hey, gotta make it happen where you at. P. Not all loads. It has to make financial sense. Exactly. Honduras, what's going on? Hey, Honduras, I didn't put that video out because I didn't want to alienate nobody. As funny as that sound. No, you don't need to be a citizen, but you do need a green card. There you go. He just answered your question. Anthony, depends on what company. Thoughts on Loshan and TB, team and experiment. It's good. It was good. All for it. Teaming can work, but the loads that you get got to be in order to make money. If you know, they said they was taking loads where they would get there on Sunday and they won't be able to leave out till Tuesday, but I'm thinking like that's a 34-hour restart. So, you know, it was all good. I'm just getting unloaded and got one more stop. Where you at today? I'm off to 395 right now. I'm about to drop this load and head home for a few days. And then now that I got, so basically how everything's working on my end is the loads. So I get one load that paid me, let's say $1,400, right? I hold on to that load. Then all the loads I do after that, I hold on. Then at the beginning of the week, I'll turn that $1,400 load in. That $1,400 load will cover my expenses for my fees, you know, for truck note and deductions, and then everything else I turn in after that from today, let's say Monday to Sunday, will be money in my pocket. So I always hold a load to make sure, you know, I turn that particular load in to pay for my fees, and then everything else is all in my pocket. I done got behind in the comments. I put some good paying refrigerated loads from San Diego to Phoenix. You should try getting on the refrigerated company. Nah, I don't want to do refrigerated. I've done refrigerated for a year. And I'm pretty sure they do got pretty good loads, but I like the dry. Put it up, bro. I was like, dang, I'm leaving so many people out. I'm alien. Like, why he didn't say my name? Oh, why he didn't say my name? And I was like, I don't even feel like dealing with the headache. I know these people personally. I just shoot them a message. You don't need to be a citizen to drive long haul. Just your work permit authorized. Your videos push me to go lease after being company for 4 years. Hey, man, get out there and do it. As long as you can pick your own loads. As long as you can pick your own loads. If you have no family life and no bills, life is great to save up cash for 2 years and you can buy it right out. Yeah, absolutely. Greensboro, North Carolina checking in. How much money should I have in the bank before leasing? It's up to you. I can't answer that question. Some people say 10,000. Some people I know got 20,000. Me, I ain't had none of that. I didn't have none of that. I did have a little bit of money in the bank, but now my capital is growing slowly, because it seems like even though I'm making money, all of a sudden a variety of expenses keep popping up. You know, all of a sudden, you know, like home expenses and life expenses and just popping up out of nowhere. Like, wait, what? You need money for what? You know, so. Well, hey, that's something you gotta think about. What's going on? You won't let me travel the country. I don't even know if U.S. won't even let you come out here. I'm not sure why you are. All right, guys. Smitty and TRB, I'm out. I gotta run. Hey, Honduras, go do your thing, man. How do I get a truck with bad credit, no money, and someone please help? Somebody help him out. Also, you need to be prepared for the bursting economy like natural disasters, retail, holidays. Also, freight lane is good to get in, but get a lane with freight on both ends. Exactly, because you get really good rates going out. You might not get really good rates coming back, so you got to keep that in mind as well when you are out there maneuvering. You know, okay, what's a big holiday where everybody eat meat and go barbecue? So that means you want to be in areas like what is it, Kansas or Kentucky? One of them that got that major meat plant out there. because the rates are going to be good because they got to get that meat over to wherever distribution center, you know, as a sign like that. Pick up my quality truck next week. Any advice? Where are you picking it up from? Anderson Truck Service. And this is what's up, Easy? Best of luck, King, on the road. Thank you for all the hard work. El Falco, no worries. I use voice to text, so I didn't even look at it. I just said it. Google put it up there, and I just hit go live. So I will definitely get that corrected. Thank you for being for paying attention to the details. Are you familiar with Uber Freight? A little bit. I ran a refrigerator almost 3 years. Almost every load was over 35,000 pounds. When you coming to Canada, when I come to Canada, I'm going straight up there to go holler at Ray. That's it. The more you make, the more you spend. It can get out of control fast. I know by experience. Yeah. Hey, appreciate it, Trucker Road. Stay on the road and take it easy. Will do. Before they change their policy. Hey, yeah, that policy is something else. The way I look at the changes on the policy, like I said in another live feed, there's not too many companies that let you walk in and not put no money down and not have you take a financial class in order to run one of their trucks. I'm sure they do it at Prime, depending on what type of truck you want. But you're also going to have to take a financial class. It's not too many places going to let you, that's not going to have you take a financial class, because they at least want to give you some information on how to handle your finances. Thanks for answering, TRB. I might have to subscribe to your channel. You're a real dude. Hey, appreciate it, Anthony. What up, TRB? What's going on, Junior? Quality truck. Go get one with with bad credit. You don't need no credit to get a quality truck. You need a letter of intent. So if a company is saying, yeah, we're going to hire them, they'll give you a truck. Now, I don't know about when the rules change. Get a secure credit card, build your credit, 5,000 down to get you in the door. Kansas, I drive for National Beef. Yeah. So, you know, it's like little stuff like that. Like, you know, what area you want to be for the 4th of July when the fireworks boom is about, you know, 2 months ahead of time. You might want to be wherever they make the fireworks at, so you can start delivering the fireworks. I mean, just random shit like that. But you just need to know the commodity in your area, and you'll be good to go. Kelly, with bad credit, no cash, it's better to stay a company driver to show you have a steady job and have some cash. Because these guys that will loan to you will kill you in fees. Start with the new carrier a week from today, sir. Have your phone ready. Hey, that's what's up, James. I got you. Do you need a clean MVR to drive for Uber Freight? Drive for Uber Freight? Uber Freight don't have any trucks. So I'm not sure, Riley. Are you an actual truck driver? Because if you're asking about an MVR, they have a freight board. I'm not sure if they have trucks yet. We are the trucks that pull their freight, if you choose to. Quality's changed the policy as of September 1st. Yeah, I heard from I watched some Lil Dog video. Lil Dog, little guy. Lil Dog. Does trucking companies do piss tests? I mean, can I smoke? Why would you ask, dude, if you can't come to the U.S., man? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. If you can't come to the U.S., it doesn't matter. You will demand a down payment. Financial class is optional. I'm leasing with Prime. Okay. What up, TRB? Good to see you, brother. Hey, Kento Trucker, what's up? You know, the company I'm with, when I leased on, I had to take a 45-minute class on finance, IFTA, and doing your taxes. So you can't go to any dealership out here and not put any money down. If you do, you must have absolutely great credit. Most people that starts off in trucking don't. So I can sneak to the US like how many companies will allow you to pull for different companies? I mean, if you pull in to pull for different companies, is not the thing. It's to pull the commodity for different brokers on that company. Like even though I'm here, I pulled a Night load, a Swift load, a C.H. Robinson load. I've pulled I pulled several company brokers load. You know. So tell us how you're doing out there, TRB. You making money, plenty of loads. How the brokers negotiating going? That's something we will talk about on the phone, man. The money, yes, there's money to be made out here. I have made some money, but it's the contacts that I made that's going to make me a lot more money. And unfortunately, I won't be able to utilize those contacts completely until Monday next week. But I already utilized them to get this that load that took me up to Washington that paid me about $3K. And then I used them again to just give me any kind of load to get me back down here to California. I used the other one for the freight that I'm about to pull going. But I talked to you about it on the phone. If you lease through a mega carrier directly, they will not allow you to pull other companies' freight. There you go. Oilfield calling me. Talk to you later. That's what's up. Swift new owner contract owner operators to haul others' freight. There you go. Yo, TRB, have you recently got a fresh shave, the beard though? Nah, I just shaved my head, man. I just hopped out the shower probably about 30 minutes ago, so it ain't dried up yet, you know. What up, TRB? Keep living and learning. Appreciate what you do. Hey, appreciate it, man. Jane said okay. Let me see if I could just answer a couple of his questions. All right, so he says plenty of loads. The loads are there, but you gotta start calling people in order to get them. Broker negotiation going. I've only negotiated 2 loads, but other than that, the rates that I'm getting from a particular individual has been well above my expectations, you know, because I don't know what to expect, and that's something that you learn when you get out here. You know, there's a load, like I'm pulling this load right now, and that was 3,000 pounds, but I needed it to get me down here to San Diego. And it didn't pay that much. It was like 900 miles, 900. I don't have this paperwork here. It was like 900 something miles. It didn't really pay a lot. It paid less than $1.50. Cheap freight, because I know somebody gonna be in the comments, don't haul cheap freight. But I had other obligations, so I had to take it. It was light. I hit the hills no problem. Used little to no fuel getting down here. I'm about to deliver this load. I'm about to head home. So, top of the morning. Hope you straight. Appreciate it. If you lease. All right, let's see. It's funny that guys want to smoke weed while driving. Yeah, you do know if you wreck, it would be the end of your freedom. Yeah, Rick, but he can't even come to the U.S. He's over in Sweden, so I'm not sure why he's even asking the questions if he can't even come over to. And then some dude said he can sneak over like the Mexicans do. How is the Mexicans sneaking over? We're connected. We're not connected to Sweden. Where is Sweden? That's way over yonder. So why would you even say a comment like that? That's some shit that I just don't want to hear. That's some shit I just don't want to hear. Especially right now with all the shit going on in Carolina or Charlotte, whatever the fuck. The fuck? Nah. Anyway, Miami Heat, what's up, man? You Miami, your name is Miami Heat, and you use, who's that, Dwayne Wade? Anyway, I just want to come on here and drop the little nuggets, answer a few questions. Other than that, I'm about to go home for a couple days, lay up. You know, and get back out here and try to make some money. About a year ago, I had a load to San Diego that was literally just shipping envelopes in the front of the trailer. Yeah. So anyway, if y'all ain't got no more questions, I'm about to get on up out of here. Just be mindful. I think I saw somebody mention fuel. Yeah, fuel is a big thing, but fuel is something you're gonna have to pay regardless. You just try to save as much as you can. How long should you lease a truck before purchasing and becoming an owner out? Depends on the amount of money you're making. So if you make enough money to get your own truck, I can't answer that question because the freight's different. There's too many numbers, too many variables to answer that question. You know. So, work hard to be successful. What's going on? Would you consider truck driving a good career? Graduate high school. Yes, I do. It is definitely a good career, good way to become a business owner, and a good way to do to make things happen. Stay safe, keep spreading the good information. We'll do. About 2.5 years now. I'm about to get on up out of here. Y'all be easy. Fix me some breakfast. I'll holler at you. TRB, baby. Yeah.